from the ashes. Born 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 from the. Watch me rain.
Hey everyone, welcome to week 6 of the Alpha Team League Pro Division. In the top left, representing TSOP, first in the lineup, it's the Blue Terran Soldier. And in the bottom right, as the Zerg, making his debut for RnG Pro, it's King. I'm really excited to see what King has to bring to the table today. He was in the lineup last week, but F in the chat for a Bossix, everybody. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble over there, unfortunately. But yeah, King was in the lineup last week, actually playing 4th, but we 3-0'd Alpha X Lab in America, so he wasn't able to play. I think that's the best reason to not be able to play, is when your team is so good that they killed the other team. They just slaughtered him. No, but Alpha X Latin America were very good, very sportsmanlike opponents. Oh! The last second reconnect! He should probably just leave before he lags again. Uh-oh. Oh, he's gonna stay in it. Okay. Standard opener from the Zerg, not so from Soldier. This is 2 Marine, so this is a newer build we've been seeing hitting the scene more and more and more. But there should be a quick 3rd command center out of this from our Blue Terran. Wildcat, thank you so much for the gift subs as well. I totally forget if I said thank you or not because I was rolling intros, but yeah, thank you so much, man. Factory goes down for Soldier. Scouting Overlord should get picked off before it reaches the safety. Yeah, it's gonna go down. So Lings move out. I mean, they're not gonna... They might be able to get like 1 SCV kill. I don't even know about that. Yeah, they're gonna take the angle where they would be under fire from Marines, so this little microaggression, literal microaggression, has been deflected by the Terran Soldier. It's going into Cyclone. And this is going to be a battle mech play from the Terran. Alright. Now, he's put himself at a little bit of a disadvantage towards the early game, so we're going to see exactly why. 0 scouting on what the Zerg's up to. Could you imagine a pool first Ravager push? Everything here is dead. Like, it would have been hitting already. And while it's not going to be a Ravager push, we are going to see a Link Flood from King. He's fully cognizant of the fact that Soldier hasn't scanned him, hasn't sent a Reaper across. He doesn't know he stopped droning. The CC isn't... Oh, it started just in the nick of time, but it still doesn't block the Lings because the supply depot is down. This is good positioning on the Lings from King. Now, this should get cleaned up. You know what? This isn't as good of an engagement as I thought it would be. The Hellion's still alive. I think King's trying to over-micro this. He had it, and now he doesn't have it anymore. Wow! So, Soldier Holds on with flying colors. He has a lot of injured SCVs, but they still function just fine. Double Evo from King. This barracks is here to provide extra vision for the Cyclones so they can maintain their lock-on for longer. One of the queens gets locked onto, but this is great Ling surround from King. He's going to clean up the battle mech. This is a very expensive loss for Soldier. Okay. Again, a little bit... Had all the Lings collapsed in on the mineral line, there might have been some SCV kills, but that was a very ineffectual attack from King. He is fine. Like, his drone count's okay. Mostly because Soldier's initial battle mech push fizzled out and died very quickly. Soldier has another push ready to go. The Lings will scout it. Apparently King thinks he can afford these Ling attacks. I mean, the only thing we can do is wait and see if it's folly or if it's wisdom for King to continue being aggressive throughout the game. Here goes. The Lings are trying to get a wraparound. Blue Flame picks a lot of them off. They trap two Cyclones in the corner, which is quite nice. Whereas the Bile it did not miss. It was there to zone out the battle mech from picking off the Lings as they kept those two Cyclones in the corner. Now King's on full retreat. King holds once again. Soldier rallies mid-map. King has his fourth up, but is a little bit reluctant to flood drones out to it. I mean, Battle Mech is a style where you know the Terran is going to continue pushing into you. You know he's going to keep cleaning up your creep. You know you're going to have enough units to hold it. So you never want to make too many drones. Like, you can get away with a lot, but King's playing it very carefully, making sure he has exactly the unit count he needs to continue countering Soldier. Unfortunately, he's going to be caught a little bit out of position. He's going to lose a queen for it. It could have been much worse. King... Ooh, he doesn't lose the queen. King was way too timid. Now he's going to get hit on multiple sides. The Hellions are out of position to deal with the Lings. Two Cyclones go down, a third one to the Ravagers. And King is just playing this out so well. Oh, walks right into the bile. It's going to soften up another of those precious Cyclones. That was a lot of Ravagers for King to lose, but he is trading pretty well, I think. Soldier, though, has gotten Thors onto the field, and he's gotten Siege Tanks. These guys are going to put a hurt on King's composition. King is going to need to transition into Spellcasters if he wants to have a hope of continuing on in this game. Another option is Broodlords, but those are quite far away if he chooses to tech switch into them. Still no Hive anywhere for King. There isn't enough for Soldier to continue this push, I don't think. Thors are good, but they're not that good. There's only one Siege Tank supporting in the background. A lot of the Hellions are injured. Yep, there's the Lingbane Flood. And everything gets surrounded and picked off. Those are very expensive units for Soldier to lose. He does have a 4th base up. That is quite nice. He is ahead in economy. But King should be able to race towards max out if he wants to, and push through the soft, squishy center of the line. Get in on the Terran production. King's done a good job of microing his macro, setting up choke points here at the 3rd location. Soldier takes a 5th. Now, this outlier base is a little bit vulnerable. King doesn't know about it. So, it's going to be a Swarm Host play from the Zerg. Alright. This can work. I'm a little concerned that there's only 4. He's going to want, certainly, a lot more than that. I don't think he has a Nidus either. He went double Infestation Pit. That must have been an accident. Soldier is maxed out. King is maxed out now. 7 of those Swarm Hosts still in production, though. And King's hand has been revealed with that scan. The Locust Wave has not been launched. All the Queens will die. King doesn't have enough to engage this. He's going to need a very good Locust Wave to hold off the encroaching mech while he remaxes. There we go. Lings swarm forward. The Locust hit. Thor falls, tank falls, but it's still not enough from King. 40 Lings are going to be here to reinforce and shield for the Ravagers. He evacs the drones, but this will knock the Zerg back down to 4 base, and he's not going to be able to keep up in production against the Terran for very long. Soldier continues producing units, continues to be maxed out, and continues to have a bank, continuously replenishing. These Swarm Hosts gain value over time, but time is something that King doesn't really have right now. This is great control by the Zerg, but I'm worried that he just doesn't have the math to make this work. He's going to be forced back once again. The Locust Wave is on cooldown for quite a long time. There's about 6 Swarm Hosts who can launch, and they need to do it soon to hold Soldier off. King is mounting a very valiant defense, but I can't stress enough how far ahead, or excuse me, King's mounting a very valiant defense, but I can't stress enough how far ahead Soldier is right now. He's not going to allow this hatch to get droned. He's going to sit here and camp. This is... I mean, this Locust Wave could kill the entire mech army, but there are reinforcements defending back at home. Where are they? Soldier rallies them forward. Oh man, this might be the momentum that King needs. He's going for the rocks instead. Okay, he sees the reinforcements. He's going to start picking them off. He knows how much he just killed. He knows what position the Terran's in. King is up in army supply. He needs to press the advantage. He needs to get in on the production. There are too many command centers on the ground. There's too many workers for the Terran. There's too many mules being dropped. This is do or die for a Zerg right now. Soldier is regrouping with every second that ticks by. King needs to wait for the swarm hosts. They're going to sit right outside the acceleration zone. Okay. Here it is. This Locust Wave needs to do some work. He needs at least 2 more Thor kills. Oh, and he's gonna get 3! Excellent Locust control from the Zerg player. This planetary will fall. There's just too much firepower. But King needs to do that 2 or 3 more times over. He also needs to clean these Blue Flame Hellions up before they get in on the drone line. Oh no, they're in on the drone line. So, Soldier had an extra command center. Still mining off of 3cc. He's expanding to the Zerg side of the map now. Another planetary will fall. It looks like a handful of SCVs as well. So I said King needed 2 to 3 more good Locust Waves. That takes it down to 1 or 2. I don't know how I feel about this expand location. Like, oh, that's unfortunate for the Zerg. Soldier does take this location, does transfer his workers that were forced out of this location down there. The radar tower goes down. That's nice. Swarm host hitting. They're gonna force a lift on the orbital. It is on fire. And this SCV mule composition will get picked off as well, denying repair. The changeling block on the mech! Look, the Thors can't get through. And that's gonna leave this planetary vulnerable. "27 SCVs have been lost. Soldier did get the repair on the orbital. There we go. I think one more good swarm host wave, or a good locust wave. And King wins this. But it needs to be here, and it needs to get a kill on these Thors. There we go. I think... I don't know. I don't know about the timing on this. The Thors are pretty far back. Oh my god. He needs to kill about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, he got 4. That's decent. Changelings again blocking the ramp. King is using every tool he has at his disposal to hold off Soldier. Unfortunately, he will lose this hatchery. Swarm hosts are on cooldown. Bunch of Hydra to hold the high grounds. And yeah, Soldier can't actually get enough Thors to concave those Hydra. There's the next Locust Wave. Hydra are pumping damage behind this. Oh, I don't think King has enough to break this. Yeah, he's going to have to back out. He actually lost quite a few Hydralisks in that engagement. His army is primarily Swarm Host. But Soldier's economy is a little bit anemic right now. He's just buying time. Every second that ticks by is a second closer to the Locust being off cooldown. There it is! And the Thors are stuck. Every Thor will go down for Soldier. King is at 200, 200. Soldier down to 130, 200. And 60 of those are SCVs. He's on full retreat. He needs to mass up. Or these Lings, these Hydra, and these Ravagers will cut him down. Early shots on the forward Thor. More Thors coming from the backgrounds to reinforce this. This barracks is forced back, meaning that Soldier doesn't have high ground vision. He can't push out. He can't re-kill this hatch again. King bravely taking the right corner of the map as well. Hellions backed into a corner. They only get 4 drones before going down. Adaptive Talons almost finished. The Lurker Tech has been scouted. But what is Soldier going to do about it? He moves out another orbital. Locusts, unfortunately, do not fire while they're in the air, but they are going to collapse on this planetary. And I think there's enough timer left on them to kill it. It's going to be close. Oh my god! Okay. Whew. That planetary survived with like 40 health. In the meantime, the Hydra are being forced back. The Thors retake the high ground. Cancellation on the hatch. A macro hatch is here to help the Zerg defend and reinforce. 10 more Hydras on the production tab. Swarm hosts are coming in. Some of them are off cooldown. Battle drones being pulled to the front to tank for the Hydra. That allows them to pick off a Thor before backing off. 13 drones are traded out, but that means that King can increase the size of his army. That was an intentional trade. He feels like he has enough bank. I don't know whether that's true or not, but that Locust Wave was great. The Thor count is reset again. Soldier expanding south. This economy is keeping him going, but the problem is a lot. Actually, all of his production is in here. It's not at those other base locations. If King gets in on top of it, he's not going to be able to make any more Thors. He's not going to be able to make any more Hellbats. He's not going to have anything to deal with the Zerg. And this mech army is exactly where it doesn't want to be. Backed into a corner against Swarm Host, against Lurkers. 8 more SCVs get picked off. 9. This next Locust Wave is going to be devastating. Another orbital falls. If King wants to split off units to attack these other planetaries, these other orbitals, he can do so with impunity. He knows there's no Terran out on the map. The Locust Wave goes in. He knows exactly where the Terran army is. The Lurker gets picked off, but these Locusts reset the Hellbat count. Get even more Thor kills while King ravages in orbital. The high yield. He's going to be led south as well. This traitor SCV was enough information for King to know about this base, and it will die before it becomes a planetary. The SCVs are left vulnerable and picked off. Soldier goes for one last desperate attack, but there is too much from King. The Hydra are going to go after the planetary, and there's not enough minerals to maintain the repair from Soldier. Half the Locusts are split to take out this planetary as well. It's the last mining base of Soldier. Down it goes. The production in shambles. The tech labs gone. One of the factories on fire with no SCVs to repair it. Just one worker left. Soldier cleans up one of the hatcheries of King. King also on a very low economy. Don't get me wrong. But he has army supply, 167 to 63. There's 8 workers to 17. But King also has 3,600 minerals, 2,000 gas in the bank, to 20 and 70, respectively, for Soldier. This is the final orbital. King throws down a hatchery. Worker count reduced from 6 to 5. These swarm hosts are left a little bit vulnerable. Hydra come in to defend. GG is called as King wins the first game in this series in what I hope is the first of many victories for RnG. In the bottom left, as the red Protoss for RnG Pro, it's Intuition. And in the top right, as the blue Zerg, for TSOP, it's Galland. I've said it before, I will say it many times in the future. This thing is like a mad ball. Did any of you fellow 90s kids have mad balls? Like the gross, like, rubber balls that were like... They were kind of like boglins, but bouncy balls? It's what TSOP's mascot is. So, RnG Pro currently up 1-0. Now, RnG Pro had a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but it looks like everyone's getting back into the swing of things with a 3-0 over Alpha X Latin America earlier in the week. And Intuition is looking to go up 2-0 against TSOP here. Now, RnG Pro does have a winning record against TSOP. There's kind of been a rivalry going on. So let's see what Galland can do. Now, he did open pool first. Intuition is aware of it because we have 110 on the timer as opposed to, 50 plus a couple seconds on the hatch. And Galland... Ooh, wait, is he... He's waiting for the pylon cancel. But sometimes, if the pro... Okay. I was gonna say... Oh! Chad Intuition blocks the hatch! Galland, despite delaying this third base for so long, or excuse me, the second base for so long, is still going to have to take the third location. That is a Chad move, if I've ever seen one. Guys, if you want to see the lineup, you can just type !B in the chat, or !, and that'll take you to the alpha page where you can see the lineups of both teams, as well as bet on the match. Not with money, just like, like a fantasy type thing. Or, see the record between both these players and the record between both the teams in their previous matches. But Galland is going to get these lings in the wall and will sneak out at least one probe kill. Ooh, he's going after the pylon. Is he, though? Oh my god, Intuition is playing this out so well, and Galland is just not doing that well. I think this Adept wins. The Adept wins the fight. It's not even going to take hull damage. Galland was so indecisive there. Was he even... Yeah, he was, because the little blue circles were up there. Yeah, Galland flubbing the engagement. Loses all these lings. He doesn't even get a full scout of the main. He doesn't know what's back there. Oh my god. Intuition can do whatever he wants. Galland is starting this game off very far behind. He only has one drone in gas. Which, I mean, is usually normal, but, like, not this late into the game. You really, around the 3:30 mark, you want to start thinking about your tech. He just doesn't know what Intuition has. Luckily for him, Intuition doesn't have that much. He is delayed on his tech building, actually. Okay, it's going to be a Stargate. Galland will be able to scout this now. He's a bit late on the scout. He wants to know what's coming. He's going to have to throw down defensive spores pretty soon. sees the Stargate. Ooh. Intuition with a bold move, making the Phoenix while the Overlord was still in range. I mean, I guess he's not too worried about the Phoenix getting revealed, but he could have left Gallant in the dark as to whether it was Phoenix or an Oracle for a little while. He's going to kill off a Pylon so that his units can actually leave the base, especially since he didn't go into Robo, so he's not going to have a Prism to elevator them out. And it's a double Stargate! So, this could go a number of ways. There's a mass Oracle play that, like, M. Canning likes to use. There is a mass Phoenix play that Nina favors a lot. And then there's a mass Phoenix play that Rotterdam likes a lot. They all have their merits, they all have their strengths, they all have their weaknesses. But I think that Intuition has been going the Nina route a lot lately. So he should be hiding the future Phoenixes, just showing the first one. Now, Gallant should get suspicious when he doesn't see any Oracles come out. He's getting out a couple Roaches. This is making me think maybe he's going to go for a speed timing against the third of the Protoss. But it could just as well be a fourth base. Once we get past 6.5 minutes, especially once we get to 7, it's probably not going to be a macro fourth base play. Actually, this Roach count is making me just think it's not going to be a 4-base play. So what Intuition is going to do is he's going to keep hiding these Phoenix until he's at a count that he's comfortable with, which should be very soon. He's going to show them, he's going to storm out on the map, and then he's going to transition into ground forces. You'll notice there's no air weapons on the way. It's going to be +1 ground and charge. So the idea is to make the Zerg make either a bunch of Hydra or either a bunch of Corruptors and totally counter them. Unfortunately, Gallant isn't going to let him have that luxury as he charges across the map with Roaches. Intuition didn't split off any Scouting Zealots, any Observers, any hallucinated Phoenix, things like that. So Gallant is going to come in here virtually undetected. The first 2 Adepts have fallen. The Phoenix are going to be called into the fight. They are not going for the defense. Librith, thank you so much for the follow. The Cyber Core goes down. That's a pretty good force field from Intuition, but he doesn't have anything to capitalize on it with. The Ravager shot goes on the force field instead of the Phoenix. These guys only have so much energy. Now, they should be able to kill most of the Roaches, if not all, but Intuition is going to take heavy damage in the meantime, with 33 Roaches being, 36 probes going down. G is called, and that G stands for Gallant, as he evens up the score. In the bottom left corner of Everdream, as the pink Protoss for RnG Pro, all the way from Australia, it's Plebiscide. And in the top right corner, for TSOP, gets the truth. This is a match, again, across continents, as both teams look to get a second point on the board. Now, PvP has changed a little in the recent weeks, thanks to the addition of Shield Battery Overcharge. How it's changed, don't make me answer that. It's not... It's barely observable, okay? The only major change is that, like, it takes longer because the attacking player isn't going to have as much of a chance to break through. It still definitely can happen, but it just basically made the same things happen and increased the lengths of the games. Okay. A lightly proxied Stargate from the Truth, just to avoid scouting, not to get to the base of Plebiscite any faster. And Plebiscite, the good opener against double Stargate, or excuse me, proxy Stargate, going right into double Stalker. Now, the Truth did throw down that Stargate while getting a second gateway, so one of his Stalkers is going to be delayed. This could spell trouble if Dragonite chooses to go on the attack, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Plebiscite moves in. And the first Stalker casualty will be for the Truth. Gonna see that reflected in the army supply. It is only 12 to 10, but a better way to think of that is a 20% lead for Plebiscite over the Truth. Okay, the Phoenix, I mean, kind of helps out. Oh, there's another lift, but Plebiscite still ultimately wins this battle because those Phoenix are now paperweights. The Stalker even survives. He needed, the Truth needed another shot on that Stalker from his Stalker. Now it's going to regen shields, and that's going to add its value back for the coming engagement. Okay, there's another Phoenix. It can get another lift. Ooh, it picks one of the fuller health Stalkers. Now Plebiscite has an Immortal in the fight. Looks like shield battery overcharge isn't going to factor into this game at all, maybe. The Immortal can't shoot up. Ooh. 4 probes have gone down for the Truth in this engagement as well. Plebiscite pulling ahead 3. And I know, I just said this a couple seconds ago, but we're still at a very low worker count. So that is, what, roughly like a 15% lead for Dragonite? Gate's about to finish for the Dragon. Proxy Robo has been found. It will be shut down. Dragonite's going to be okay with this. Two probes go down. I think the Truth forgot he was harassing with Phoenix. I don't know what's he... Okay, he's gonna pull them back to help in the fight. One Immortal just squirms in the air. He's like, hey, put me down. Oh, he goes down. The Phoenix are like, okay, and they just drop him into pieces. This is a nice attack from the Truth. Plebiscite, though, has a couple of depths split off. They will reach the mineral line. There's no shield battery to help the probes of the Truth. They can get serious damage done. Shield battery overcharge does indeed turn out to be a factor in this fight, as we have an invincible Stalker at the front for Plebiscite. Finally wears off, but the shield battery still has full energy, and unfortunately these Phoenix can't shoot the shield battery. 9 probes go down for the Truth. He is totally all in here. His chances of breaking Dragonite are pretty good. But Dragonite knows how much he just killed. He knows how ahead in workers he is, so he can draft his probes into the fight with confidence if need be. These Phoenix are almost out of lifts. There's only one Phoenix about to have energy. It's basically just these 4 Stalkers on the ground. 2 probes go down for Dragonite, and he isn't mining with some of his workers. Okay, there's that draft into the fight. And Plebiscite should be able to push out and regain territory. Phoenix count has been lowered. Even after losing all of those probes, he's still ahead 11 workers and a Nexus. The Truth can't afford to replace these units. He's building us up. Well, okay, the Zealot option is a little bit ridiculous because he does have plenty of gas, but this attack is slowly fizzling out for the Truth. Only one Phoenix in the air. The Zealot gets force fielded off and executed. There is a force field for our yellow toss. That's inadequate in my opinion. Both sentries go down. The Truth has to keep pushing in. He's not even bothering with probes. GG, well played! Plebiscite! Playing on US East from Australia takes the win. In the top right corner of Eternal Empire, as the orange Protoss, it's Armageddon. And in the bottom left, as the red Protoss, it's Sagan. Oh, look how tasty those colors are. I love the black and red on the Forged. RnG Pro currently in the lead. Can Armageddon take the win? Now, I think the last time I saw Arma play was versus Nina, and Nina, he played one really good game against Nina on Golden Wall, but Nina eventually took the win, and then they clashed again in the Ace map, and Nina took the win a little bit more decisively. Let's see if Sagan is on that level, because Arma is definitely an incredibly strong Protoss. Here come the scouts. Double Adept from Sagan. Double Stalker from Armageddon. Arma moves out. He's gonna claim the Xel'Naga, and also First Blood. I guess that's not true. I just wanted to hype it up, guys. That's all I'm trying to do. Double Sentry follow-up from Sagan means he's going to play it safe. Double Stalker again from Armageddon means he's moving across the map probably. After he deals with these Adepts at least. Okay, there's the block on the high ground. And he shouldn't turn around. Oh, he is going to turn around to deal with this, actually. One Adept down, two Adepts down. Hallucinated Phoenix from Sagan. Forge halfway done. Twilight halfway done for the red toss. Arma just starting up his. And he's going to try and contain while he drops the third. He doesn't have enough to outright engage this with the shield battery, but if Sagan pushes out to try and take a third, these stalkers could deal some damage. Hallucinated Immortal Scout, seeing if the coast is clear. Oh, is he not dropping a third? Wait, what's going on here? Worker count's even. Army very slightly in favor of Arma, thanks to the Adepts getting picked off at the start of the game. And okay, both players take their third uncontested. There was a little bit of tension where I thought Arma was going to try and play for the contain, but I guess he decided not to ultimately. Sagan's going to have way earlier tech than Arma, for sure. Templar Archives in the main for Arma. Templar Archives for Sagan. And Sagan is just like slightly ahead on everything, honestly. Except workers. So he's ahead in upgrade. He's ahead in army supply. He's ahead on tech. He has earlier charge. And he's going to have earlier +2. Double Immortal drop from Armageddon provides us with the first action we've seen in a while, but the incredible Immortal count from Sagan is going to deflect that. These guys they're certainly playing a gentleman's game. NR12 probably. They're just getting their tech. Unfortunately, I think this plays well for Sagan. Ooh, it's going to be Armageddon DTs. Armageddon DTs are so good. We saw this in a different matchup as he played Melody earlier this week. And his harass is very on point. Immortals pick off another couple probes of Sagan, putting Arma in the lead again. Sagan going into Robo Bay. That Prism's like, yeah, you better run. This is my house. Get out, kid. Sagan takes a 4th. Arma already has his building. What? I can't believe we just saw that. High Templar auto attack harass. He was too brave. You fool of a Took. The battle for the Xel'Naga commences, and it looks like Sagan is going to win that battle. Both players so afraid to go on the attack. Arma's Dark Shrine has been operational for a long time, but it hasn't really come into play? Are there even any DTs at all? There's 0. There is 0 for Armageddon. He's probably going to max out, and then the second wave will be the DT attack. Sagan does have cannons at his bases, though, so maybe not. Yeah, there's cannons at every base. So probably wise that Armageddon didn't do that. Sagan decided this is his time to move out. Ooh, there we go. Worked in 1. Arma marches out. Now, Armageddon does not have disruptors. He's got to be very careful. Oh, those 2 immortals are very softened up. Those 2 immortals are gone. And the rest of the immortals are very softened up. Sagan off to a great start in this engagement as Arma continues pushing forward. I think Arma... Okay, there's too many Archons here from Arma. Sagan is hitting in the main with his own DTs, unpowering several gateways. Cannon here will help, but there's too many DTs. Oh, there's a defensive DT! It will kill all the other DTs because there's not detection for Sagan. And Sagan's army has been run down for the most part. There's no more disruptors anymore. Arma's pushing up. Where's the shield battery overcharge? Why isn't he overcharging? Oh my god. Okay, disruptors come around from the corner. He needs some godlike shots, and he gets them. 3 Archons go down for Armageddon. Sagan has been cleaned up for now in Arma's main. These guys are going to camp under the prism, make sure nothing gets warped in. 26 probes fall for Sagan. Arma ahead, 13 workers. And a dozen army supply. Oh no, some of the charge lots of Sagan come in without the rest of the army. Here's those disruptor shots. They've been consistently great throughout the game. Another 2 Archons go down in these immortals. There's not a high enough count. Okay, 1 immortal gets picked off for Armageddon. Sagan's trying to hold. And I think Sagan will hold, but Arma's dealing damage in the main with Charge Lot DT. Okay, these cannons will provide vision and soften these units up. 2 disruptors pop. Are we going to see a defensive disruptor shot? Ooh! The DT kills the disruptor before the shot goes off. The probe line is left vulnerable. 55 probe casualties, putting Armageddon at a huge advantage continuing forward. And he has time to replenish his army thanks to these charge lots, thanks to these DTs, giving their lives in service to the Orange Army. "57 kills from Armageddon. That's what I was talking about. He's not the best in straight-up engagements, but when it comes to harassment and holding harassment, he is borderline unparalleled. Sagan is in shambles. 3 DTs do run in. The blink on top of one of the cannons. One cannon goes down. High Templar! Why do so many brave High Templar get pressed into service for Sagan? The auto-attacking High Templar this game, man. Oh, the Archon gets blinked on. 1 DT splits off into the mineral line. 2 more are gonna check and make sure that Sagan hasn't dropped a 4th again. Oh no, the observer in the army didn't move to the correct location. GG is called. Army